Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, I kind of just want to make a video talking about the new Superman movie that's coming out and all the hate that's surrounding it. Because I just got to say and drop my opinion. The hate is so goddamn forced, dude. Like, it is very clearly the most forced hate I have ever seen in my entire life. And that's saying something because I've seen a lot of hate for like all kinds of things for absolutely no reason. But the new Superman movie is one of those movies that just seems like it's getting hate from like all kinds of people. And I get it. If it doesn't look good to you, that's fine. But constant complaining about it on the internet and everything like that is not gonna like make it disappear or something. Before we get into the main video though, I just gotta say, we just hit 50 subscribers, and I know 50 is, compared to like other numbers, of subscribers you could have, it's not the best thing. However, for me, it is huge. All right, it is a huge thing. My original channel never got that far. This channel so far it's honestly doing really good. We're at again 50 subscribers, so I just gotta say thank you guys for getting me to the 50 milestone. I guess you know. Um, yeah, it's a great accomplishment, and again, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys for watching and liking the videos and supporting the channel. It helps out a lot. Anyways, so new Superman movie is launching. Not launching, coming out July 11th, I think. Right? I'm 100% seeing it, by the way. So, um, but anyways, so if you're on Instagram or whatever, yeah, basically anywhere, you've probably seen hate for this movie. People are saying like, "Oh, the costume looks stupid," or what are some other complaints I've seen? I know there's like I don't know. I've been reading so many comments on like every single post about this movie, and they're all just such full of hate. Like, dude, again, if you don't like the movie just by looking at the trailers, that's totally cool. But you constantly spewing hate on Instagram and whatever ain't gonna do anything. I mean, there's two different types of haters. There's the ones that are just hating the movie just to hate on it, and then there's the Snyder bots, if or Henry Cavill Glazers. And again, I do want to say Henry Cavill is a great Superman, but I'm going to drop a bit of a hot take. His character felt a little flat sometimes. Not every single time, but I think Zack Snyder's writing is fucking awful. And all the characters in those movies felt so flat. They're like unseasoned chicken, you know? They're like I don't know, it's like the most plain food possible if you were to compare like some of the characters to food, you know? I don't know why I'm making that analogy, but the point being, in my opinion, a lot of the characters are flat. All right. Again, Henry Cavill, he's a great Superman. I really do believe it. It's a shame because I think his character as a whole took a bit of a bit of damage from Zack Snyder's very mediocre writing, to be honest, and the storytelling, and also the absolute mess of the original DCEU. That universe had absolutely nothing going for it. From the start to finish, it had nothing. The Man of Steel was a great beginning, and then they completely fumbled it afterwards. I don't think Batman versus Superman was a very good movie. If you like Batman versus Superman, that's totally good. That's totally cool. But in my opinion, it's not the best movie. It's not. I'm not going to say it's like horrible. It's not the worst DCU movie at that time, but it's not what it should have been. I feel like they and I don't like Ben Affleck's Batman that much either. To be honest, he's not horrible. I just don't think we get enough time with him. I think one thing we just don't get enough time with any of these characters or much development, and I just think they kind of rush so much of it just to like I don't know get on the level of Marvel, even though they never were on that level. But enough talk about the DCEU. Again, I do think Henry Cavill Superman was great, just to an extent, but it did take a hit for me, at least for Zack Snyder. I don't think Zack Snyder was doing well with those movies, and the whole universe as a whole just had no direction. And I'm not gonna like glaze James Gunn. All right. I mean, some people are like, oh, stop glazing James Gunn. Like, listen, I would 100% say at least he understands Superman, unlike Zack Snyder. And some people might like the darker, or I guess a lot of people use the word edgier tone for those movies with Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill. I wouldn't necessarily use the word edgy, but they are a bit darker. Not like dark, like to where it's all just dark and depressing, of course, but it's a bit more grim in the movies, you know? And there's nothing wrong with showing a different version of Superman, But it gets kind of crazy to the point that some people literally think this is how Superman is as a character. They think he's a little flat and a little. I'm not trying to say, again, Henry Cavill did the best he could with a mediocre script and story and everything. I think The Man of Steel was probably the only like, I would say, like, it's not the best movie in the DCU, original one, of course, in my opinion, but I don't even know what would be considered the best movie in that universe. It was all just such a goddamn mess. No direction, no nothing. I don't know why people try to say that universe was worth saving. Remember the Save the Snyderverse trend a while ago? It wasn't worth saving. I get it. The Snyder cut of the Justice League was like 15%, I would say like 100% better than the one they originally released. But even that, I don't think is enough to save that put together universe. I feel like the original DCEU, the one that they canceled and are rebooting or restarting, I guess, sort of. It was like something put together with paper mache and just mush. They just threw it all together and hoped something stick to the wall. Um, Big news: nothing stuck. Nothing worked. I mean, it just didn't work out. But again, the new Superman movie is just receiving straight up hate from people who are just absolute. Again, if you don't want to, if you want to hate on it, go ahead. But at least, like, if you're gonna hate on it blindly, you know, I would say wait to the. So many people are just like saying it's gonna be bad, and like it could be, it could be bad. I'm not gonna instantly say it's gonna be great, but I'm gonna say a bit of a hot take. I'm 100. I'm guaranteeing that this movie will be better than, like, I would say, almost the entirety of the original DCEU they were cooking up over there in the past. I honestly believe it. I think James Gunn has it under control. All right, and if people want to try to doubt James Gunn, he turned the Guardians of the Galaxy, which, not saying they were absolute nobodies before he made the movies, but they weren't the most well-known characters, and he turned them into absolute beloved Marvel characters. So I just think he's the right man for the job, to be honest. I really do. I believe that. And again, with the whole Snyderverse, I just don't understand why so many people want that thing restored. It was so bad. I don't think it was good. The universe was just a mess. But anyways, back to the main movie itself. It's just people, again, one thing people are hating on the most is the costume and or Superman's outfit. And they were like, oh, the trunks are so outdated for today. That worked in like the 80s and 90s. It doesn't work today. And if you want to like hate on the trunks, that's, I guess it's fine, you know. That's not everybody's favorite look, to be honest. I do like Henry Cavill's Superman suit. I do like it a lot. I think his suit's pretty good. But I honestly do like the new one. I think it just looks like Superman. I'm not trying to say Henry Cavill doesn't look like Superman either, but again, I'm starting to think like some people just like, from how Zack Snyder treated Superman, people are like confused at actually thinking that's how Superman normally is. Superman's a lot more of a bright character. He embodies hope. He's honestly not as flat as he was portrayed in the DCEU. I'm probably gonna get a bit of hate from that, but I think his character overall was just a little flat. And again, Henry Cavill did the best he could with a mediocre script. Just saying. I think if there was a better director in there, I think the DCEU again would still be going potentially if they had a better director. To be honest, but again, it's just people straight up hating on the new Superman movie, hoping it fails. Like, dude, are you that petty that your precious Zack Snyder universe got canceled? That you're praying on the downfall in the new one? DC fans must want, like, I don't think anyone hates DC more than actual DC fans. I'm mostly referring to, again, the Snyder bots, or again, just people who want this movie to fail, because this movie is very important for the new DCEU that they're trying to, or the DC universe that they're trying to establish. If this movie fails, I'm not saying it would instantly cancel the universe or anything, but it would definitely hurt it. Which, again, I don't think it will fail. I think it will be good. I think it will. I have hope for this movie. I really do. This is how Superman is. He's a bright, hopeful character, and I'm not trying to say Henry Cavill didn't do that, but we didn't get a whole lot of that, to be honest. I really don't think we did. Zack Snyder, they brought Superman in, and then they killed him in the second movie. And then they brought him back for like the third act of the movie. I just don't think we ever get enough time with Henry Cavill Superman. And some people constantly say, oh, he's regarded as the best Superman, and I honestly am not sure if I would straight up say he's the best, because again, we have a very small sample size of him. That's the worst part. Is Henry Cavill, I think, is the definition of wasted potential. I think just like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, I think he's extremely wasted. I mean, yeah, Andrew Garfield deserved a third movie. He never got it, so it's unfortunate. And then when it comes to Henry Cavill, we never got a full second movie with him. In all the movies he was in fully is Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, the Bad Justice League, and then Zack Snyder's Justice League. But again, he's in like the third act of both Justice League movies. He's not in it very long. Batman vs Superman obviously is the main character, but then he dies. I just don't think killing him off so soon and early in the universe was the right choice, to be honest, in my opinion. I think that was kind of dumb, you know? Yeah, I'm not a writer or anything. I can't write the whole universe, but honestly, I feel like some other people probably could have done a better job. But again, this new Superman movie honestly looks good. If you see the trailers, yeah, I mean, one of the complaints that people are like, oh, it looks like some CW TV show. It looks like the Flash CGI. If you've seen the Flash CGI, especially in later seasons, that shit looks awful. Don't try to compare this to the Flash CGI. I'm not really sure if they're referring to the movie, that awful movie, or the show that got worse with each season. And I'm not trying to say like the first few seasons of the Flash were bad. The last few seasons were awful. But like people were like, oh, the CGI looks bad. Like it looks a lot better than like Green Lantern CGI. That's a bad. Green Lantern's from like 2010 or something. It's an old ass movie. I'm sorry for bringing that up. We don't want to talk about that Green Lantern movie. And then what else? The Flash. That movie had horrible CGI. And they literally said, oh, we did that on purpose. Like, no, you didn't. It was just bad. Really, I don't understand the hate for this movie. I think it's just people blindly hating, wanting it to fail because again they're salty that Henry Cavill isn't Superman anymore. You can't really blame James Gunn for this, okay? There's a lot to it, and I don't think it's like James Gunn's fault. And I think moving on from him, from Henry Cavill, wasn't the it wasn't the wrong move, to be honest. Again, like I just don't think if they want to like build a new universe with fresh faces, I think Henry Cavill probably would not be the best choice, to be honest. And again, I mean, he's wasted potential. He really is. I saw a comment. No, not a comment. It was a post like going on like the icon, showing like the iconic, the wasted potential, and the new blood. Right. The iconic was like who was that one other Superman? I don't know his name. I forgot his name. Christopher Reeves, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm out. Anyways, and then there was Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and then Andrew Garfield and Henry Cavill. And someone in the comments said, "How is he wasted potential? Like, how is he not wasted potential? Have you seen how many movies they really made with Superman throughout the entire DCEU originally? He got he appeared in like 4 movies, and we're not going to count Shazam because that wasn't even him. And then, what else? Oh, I guess he appeared in Black Adam for 5 seconds, which that was such a goddamn tease, dude. I honestly don't really like how like The Rock kind of came in and said we're gonna do it this way and do this, and basically tease everybody, make it seem like Henry Cavill's coming back, just for it to lead to nothing. And again, that's not James Gunn's fault, okay? People go like, "Oh, it's James Gunn's fault." Like, it's really not, okay? They already, Warner Bros. And all that, they already decided that they want to restart the universe without Henry Cavill, okay? So you can't really blame James Gunn for a decision that was made up front by the big guys, in charge of everything. And then they're just hate on the new Superman. Again, I think the hate is the costume, and they're saying he gets his ass beat in all the trailers. Like, they can only show so much of the movie, my man. Like, I don't know. The hate is just absolutely forced, especially again by the Snyderbots, and again just people who want this movie to fail. And again, why are DC fans hoping on their own downfall? I'm gonna be honest. Marvel is at a lower point right now, and I watched the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is a good movie. Overall, Marvel is lower. All right. I mean, Marvel has the Fantastic Four coming out soon. I think that movie will be good, hopefully. But overall, if DC wants to compete with Marvel, now is the time, I think now is the time, Like, back then, they really couldn't compete because they were just launching flop after flop, while Marvel was cooking with every single project they were making at that time. During prime Marvel, the DCEU was kind of just sitting on their asses like, here, let's release the Suicide Squad. The bad one, not the good one. That one was terrible in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest. But again, the hate for this movie is just so forced. I just gotta say it. I'm just gonna finish off. The hate is so forced, and all this Zack Snyder fans are just again for some reason DC fans want this movie to fail because again they're salty that Zack Snyder's Superman is gone, Henry Cavill's Superman is gone, and I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you guys, but it's true. He's gone. Henry Cavill is no longer Superman. I am sorry. That might hurt your feelings a little bit, but it's the truth, and you have to accept it. That'd be like me if I was sad that freaking Christian Bale is no longer Batman. His time ended. I'm sorry, but it came to an end a long time ago. Or like, I don't know. I just think all the complaining and all the hating is just straight up for no reason. At least you don't have to see the movie, but at least let it come out before you straight up just hate on it and say all this stuff. Because some people are just blindly hating, I think, to be honest. Anyways, though, that might do it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Yeah, again, thank you for 50 subscribers. I have more videos to make. A lot. I have a video on Black Ops 6 coming out. Not Black Ops. Black Ops 7. I cannot believe we're getting Black Ops 7, dude. This better be the last Black Ops game. I'm just going to be honest. We can't have any more. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a great rest of your day.